What's up YouTube, ODST General back again, and today guys we're going to be playing some train station renovation. Now I've completed the tutorial, I have not played anything beyond that, and we've got our company Rescue Renovations, and we're going to be doing this, so, oh wow, this room's actually bigger than I realized. I didn't even look over to my right, so yeah, we've got, I guess these are some of our tools here that we've got for a trade, which I'm assuming we can maybe upgrade as we go on. I can exit through there, but it looks like we've got a giant model railroad. But I'm wondering, because this is all grayed out and everything, I'm guessing because like the train line seems to go on and on, so I'm guessing we're going to work our way over here. This is like the tutorial station here or something maybe, and then like we just keep working our way up from station to station until we get over to this area here potentially. I don't see any tracks here, but I'm guessing it's going to come along in here at some point. Where's the, okay. Oh, so you can actually build your own model trains, that's kind of neat. Not really the point of this. Full speed ahead. Well, that's kind of fun. I could probably sit and stare at that a little bit longer than I should be able to, but let's go ahead and... Oh, hang on. I can't use this light switch here. No, that would make sense. I'm guessing, like I said, that light's there is active, so I'm guessing these other areas light up as we progress through the game. Okay, so we've got city name, Cleanville, tools, renovated, for renovation not unlocked yet. So let's go ahead and renovate this first station. So this is the Cleanville station, our first station we're going to be renovating for these, for this railroad. What is that? I don't know what happened there. My brain just completely died on me. It is like 2 in the morning, guys, but still, no excuse. Let's go ahead and buy that, and yeah. So this is basically, it's like House Flipper and a bunch of other games I haven't actually played on the channel. But basically, just you pick up trash, you clean up these railroad stations, and make them look nice. So let's get out a sponge here, get this graffiti cleaned up. I got some relaxing music here. Oh, go ahead. I don't normally leave the music on, but I'll actually go ahead and leave it on for the sake of this video, just because I feel like this kind of music's probably copyright free, at least I would imagine, so of course, again, probably shouldn't take chances when it comes to music. Okay, so we got the graffiti there. Let's go ahead and get this boarded up window all broken out so we can get that replaced. So that window's fixed. Now, if we hold down Q, we've got this handy scanner there that'll tell us, like, highlights anything that needs to be picked up. And if there's any objects there. I wasn't sure if that those 2x4s against the wood pile there need to be cleaned up or not. You'd think they would need to be. These don't look like, oh, those are railroad ties. Still, they don't look like they belong there. I don't know how to clean this off. And we got graffiti under there. Oh, sponge actually worked to clean that off. Interesting. Or maybe it's just because I was clicking it with my hand. I pulled it off my hand, I guess, possibly. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Can't open that. You have to break it down. put our own door in. Nicer door, but I actually kind of like the glass door, to be honest with you guys. A lot of things going on in here. Now, if I was smart, I would have left one of those windows open. So I could just toss my trash bags right out through the window. So you can't open these. That'd be nice if I could open them. So you got all small trash and stuff in here first. Yeah, this place is beating all the heck. We'll just go ahead and repair these ones here because can't get quick access anyways. Might keep this one open though. Okay. Oh, that stuff's just gonna float there. Fine. This one's actually got a couple of train cars at it, which is kind of different. The tutorial level did not have that. So much stuff. I need to be a little bit more, not surgical necessarily, but a little bit more steadfast. No, it's I'm trying to think of the word here. It's like I said, it's 2 in the morning and my brain's not working quite as optimally as I would like. But a little bit more precise, I guess, is close enough. I mean, surgical and precision are kind of the same thing. It's not quite the word I'm looking for, but it's close enough. Oh, we can actually cut these little bits of grass. I didn't know that. I mean, already looking tons and tons better here. Alright, let's go ahead and sell that one. Lots of trash for this one. Alright. Now it's starting to get a little bit further away, so I'm just going to start tossing stuff over there. And I'm actually, instead of buying another one, I'm just going to toss all this stuff to this one here because it's relatively easy to access. I might change my mind once I get this other building cut open, but I think for right now, yeah, we're just going to keep tossing stuff over here. Try to get everything we can in this dumpster. Oh, didn't want to do that. Stop that. Ah, the good old rubber frisbee. Oh, the tires actually go pretty far. It'd suck though if I accidentally threw one up onto the roof and couldn't do anything about that. Alright, well, we're getting down there. So we got a lot of graffiti, a lot of stuff around here that we gotta take care of, but it's getting it down. So let's go ahead, yeah, let's throw all that stuff we just chucked over here and toss this all in the dumpster. There's some grass or some weeds we can cut here too. Yeah, I'm not ready to throw you out, Mr. Pallet. You're gonna have to wait a minute. Oh yeah, looking a million times better here already. Not quite what I needed to do. I think that one made it in though. It looks like I need to buy a number of things for here, but I don't quite know what I need to actually buy. I'm guessing that'll be part of the objectives and stuff, so when I go get the padlock and stuff cut, I'll probably get that figured out. But we'll just get all the trash and stuff picked up, because we need to do that for the objective to get this fully renovated anyways. Somebody loves Tina. Okay. There we go. I was gonna say, that might be an issue. It was an issue for a second, but we got it. Let's get a broom. And then let's get a sponge, start cleaning up this graffiti. Must be really fresh to come up with a sponge. At that point, you'd think you'd probably have to use something strong enough to strip the paint off to remove it. Guess not, though. Yeah, I'm cleaning you. You win this time, graffiti artist. Oh, interesting. I can actually pick that up. Okay, well, I think we got the inside fully cleaned up except for this office here. Oh, no, we got this giant stain here that I completely missed. The one that I kept like walking right over, and I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, I'll get it. And then I kept forgetting it. Interesting. I don't know how to clean this stain here. How do I get to the paints? Materials. Stains are still there. Though I do like this darker brick a little bit nicer, actually. It is darker in here as a result, but yeah, overall a little bit more natural of a look, I guess. It kind of goes with it. Did not mean to do that, actually, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Would have been nice to have a slightly different tile in there just to kind of keep clear that there's like a separation, you know, like this is, you know, this is the public area and this isn't, so it's a different tile or whatever, just to kind of drive home that separation, but that's fine. Alright, we got that. Let's get this. Need a wrench. This will fix up the light in here so it won't be quite so dark. Or not. I'm guessing we need to find an electrical box somewhere to fix that. But before we do that, let's go ahead and just fill this dumpster up with as much stuff as we can. Which might not be quite as much as what I was expecting, if I'm being honest. Wow, I just yeeted that. Alright, that's about as full as I'm gonna get it. Oh yeah, it was so high that I didn't even actually get everything there, which kinda sucks, but that's fine. Alright, well, it looks like we're gonna continue to use that dumpster even though it's all the way over here. I'd like to kind of sell it and buy a new one. We will save a couple of $100 doing that. I don't know how big of a deal that actually is. But we are saving a little bit of money on that, so I guess that's fine. Saw a thing. Oh, that was to buy the container. Yeah, no, the electrical light wasn't working. I know how to fix that. Oh, that's a bit janky. No, bad. Alrighty guys, we're getting there. Let's get the exterior of this building cleaned up and then we'll go ahead and break it open. Yeah, oh, crowbar, huh? Alright, this here I feel like shouldn't be here. I'm guessing a lot of the stuff we got markers or notifications for is in here. Oh, no, that's the toilet. Alright. Well, I think we're gonna need those bolt cutters now. We're gonna have to go ahead and cut the padlock. Oh, this is the electrical breaker it wanted me for. I guess the other one's to the tracks or something. Upcoming reward, you say? Surprisingly, we're only at 55%. I thought we'd be a lot further along than this. I don't quite know. Like, there's a lot of stuff we still need to purchase, and there's some graffiti and stuff on the exterior of these buildings that I missed, but I don't know. I thought we'd be further along than this. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely a bigger first job than what I was expecting. I thought it'd be something like really simplistic, even compared to like the tutorial, but so far that's not the case. Literally at the end of the line, there is nowhere beyond here. Yeah, this would have been like super handy to have the dumpster over here. A little bit of a time waste having to like go out and travel halfway back to toss all this stuff, but stacked it too high on the last one and didn't want to carry the other two items over. It definitely would have been faster if I just carried those two other items over and just sold them again. Spent the money. So we got insert the fuses. How do we insert the fuses? That's not covered in the tutorial. I guess I have to buy some fuses here. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get this one over here. Perfect. Alright, so we need to figure out these fuse boxes. There's a lot of stuff here we can actually buy, so you can really get into decorating these stations up. Can even paint the trains and everything too. Oh, okay. There we go. Turn the lights on in the station. Upcoming reward. Why can't it just be a reward now? I guess when I finish it, that's what the reward will be. Alright, we got a bunch of graffiti we gotta clear off over here. So let's go ahead and get this. Yeah, not really a big fan of the paint job I did on the interior of this one. I mean, like I said, kind of like it better, I guess. I feel like it could still be better than what it currently is. And there's still those, like, stains on the floor that were bothering me in the first place. Task completed. Alright. So we gotta check for trash and stuff like that. So there's an item to pick up. Oh, right, I never actually did replace this, did I? Big trash. Ah. Okay, well, let's... Oh, I can... How do I replace this? Lucky guess on the wrench there, I guess. Yeah, you really end up relying on the scanner, huh? So it looks like there's certain requirements for the like furnishings and stuff that we need on here. So we have a certain number of benches and chairs, trash cans, departure boards, and clocks that we have to put on here. Items to pick. ton of items for replacement over here. Oh, this whole assembly. I thought when I fixed the one, I fixed the whole thing, but I guess not. It's just the middle bit. I don't think the guy who would be doing the repairs on the station is going to be the same guy who's doing repairs on the train, but what do I know? Items to pick. Where? Let me scan again. I'm so confused. Oh. Derp. Herp derp. Derp a flurp. Items to pick. Don't see these items to pick. It's still saying 2 over here. I'm super confused now. Maybe it is inside. Oh, okay. I don't know how I missed those. Yeah, there we go. Let's go over here. I think we're pretty much good to start on furnishings now. So what all do we need? We need furniture, trash can, decorations. Somebody will have to push the other one back in. Alright, not the nicest looking arrangement, but just bear in mind, guys, this is my first time using the system. Go easy on me. Alright, so we got that. We need trash cans and decorations. Probably not gonna get a lot of people in here. Well, you know, we'll take this. So this kind of has an industrial look to it. And then what was the other thing we need? Decorations for some reason? Where's the decorations? Man, you get pretty crazy decorations here. How much does that phone booth cost? Why the phone booth? I don't know, guys. But that's what we're going with. Alright, we'll place this. Maybe? Like, I have it for like a second here, and then I don't like where it is, so I try to move it. Okay, it's gonna be in the middle of the room because obviously I was having issues there. Alright, yeah, okay, so that actually, that ended up going pretty quick. Now we've got some furnishings and stuff in here. We still need one more decoration, which I didn't realize. Corkboard works. Let's see a corkboard being in this room. Alright, so let's go out here. So we need benches, chairs, trash cans. How many benches do we need? We need 4 benches and chairs. Let's see what we got. Definitely gonna want some benches out here. I'll buy 4 of these starter ones just because those are like the closest looking ones. We need trash cans. Trash cans. Go with the wooden ones. Need a departure board. Maybe this freestanding one. There's already a freestanding one over there. And then clocks. Yeah, the side hanging clock. And then because there is one over here, I'm kind of concerned about that. Oh, it seems to be okay. It's not telling me it's trash or anything. They're gonna be aligned super duper great. That really bothers me. I wish there was a way, maybe there is and I just don't realize it yet, but like a way to toggle the like the alignment to a grid or something would be super nice to have this stuff all aligned. It's giving me a case of the OCD here, having it the way it is. Put that one right there. Where do I want you, departure board? I guess the logical place would be somewhere like over here. On the other side. And then having this right here. Well, actually here. There we go. Put it on that way it's slightly more visible too, it's like in between everybody. I need to furnish the inside of here. Got a lot of things going on here. We need 6 benches and chairs. So buy 4 benches. A couple of these cherry chairs I think are going to be good. 3 trash cans, huh? What do we want to use for trash cans on the interior here? Probably stick with these wooden ones. Just keep with the theme of that. How many clocks? We need 2 clocks. It seems excessive for the size of this building, but okay. We'll buy 2 standard wall clocks. We need 6 decorations. Food machines and ticket machines, okay. Which of these do we think goes best here? Go with that one, food machines. There we go. Alright, so we got everything we need here. Let's go ahead and start putting some stuff down. So I think what we'll do is we'll line the walls with these benches at least as best we can. Oh, I guess if you go to the to like the center of the floor and then you go back against the wall, then it works like that. So there we go. decorations. Not technically required, but I need to go, I think, under furniture here. Where else do we want these? Kind of one at the center of the room here, but facing towards the chairs where, you know, most of the people are going to be. But that way, it's kind of easily accessible by everybody. And then maybe like one over in this corner for people who are like, you know, on these other chairs or at the ticket booth, or just want to read that sign, I guess. And then we need some plants because there's not enough green, I guess, so we need more green. And we got one more of these bad boys to place somewhere. Yeah, a little bit of green never hurts to break things up. Oh, I meant to straighten that up, but that's fine. I'm actually okay with the way that looks. It says exit this way. Doesn't necessarily make too much sense, but hey, whatever. 7. Where do we want to put you, ticket machine? Just like right up here next to this plant would make sense, right? Would it though? Like if this was like super busy and you had people up here, I guess because you're presumably going to be potentially buying tickets from a person there too if you didn't want to do the automated machine. So maybe like here against this pillar on the other side of the trash can. I should put the other trash can over there. With like you wouldn't have a trash can probably right on the back side of this ticket booth because it's gonna stink. Nobody wants to stand next to a stinky trash can while they're buying tickets. Alright, and you... we're gonna hide you over in the corner. Oh, we have completely different requirements in this office. I should realize that with the second thing there. So that kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and buy a couple more benches. We need another trash can. Definitely wasted some money then. Need another clock and 3 more decorations. Yeah, the other clock definitely seems pretty excessive now. Chair's kind of close to the entryway. Can't move that. Kind of like an awkward position to be in here, I guess, but it's fine. These things are like super tiny. I guess those are intended to like go on top of a desk or something, but that's what we got. That way everybody can kind of look at the clock no matter where you're at for the most part. Well, because these people can like see in through the window and see the clock there, and these people can see that clock, and these people really can't see a clock, but that's fine, I guess. The vending machine's there. They'll have to figure it out. So we got furniture. Need 2 more pieces of furniture because for some reason the furniture. Well, I guess those are chairs or benches where we didn't count. So you need 2 more pieces of furniture, and then we need some electronic equipment. Given the size and space here, we're gonna go with these smaller like file cabinets. Now we need to figure out some electronic equipment. So I haven't really taken much time to look at the electronics equipment yet, if I can find it. Game is like lagging hardcore for some reason all of a sudden. Not sure what that's about. It's getting a whole bunch of stuff down, started lagging, so I'm assuming it's an issue of the amount of stuff we have in the game is just really poorly optimized, but it could be something on my end, I don't know. I don't want to rule that out. I don't really have a spot to put this, so we'll just pretend like they need to set up the desk or something later on, I guess. We'll just put it on top of the CCTV. Okay, this is really bothering me with this frame rate. I gotta look into this here. Makes no sense. I've got huge amount of CPU and stuff left. I don't know what's going on there. This music's getting like louder and louder. I'm gonna mute the music. It's the end of the video, it doesn't matter. Alright, I think we got everything here. Pretty sure. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Level finished, yeah. Upcoming reward progress 98%. Level finish. Yes. So let's see what happens here. We got our nice new looking station. It's not 100% perfect. There's a little bit of stains here and there on the interior flooring, and I think some on the outer flooring, but overall pretty good. I also don't think we can do anything to cut the grass, and personally I would have gotten rid of the firewood and the railroad ties off the back of the building. You know, you realistically, if you're gonna have like work crews and stuff coming in, you maybe throw those off to the side in like a separate shed or something. Probably don't realistically need that, and just the staining on the middle of the floor I really didn't like. Obviously we accidentally repainted the floor, so that didn't fix it. I don't know how you'd go about fixing that. I'm sure there's probably a way though. At least I'd certainly hope so. We also forgot to put a toilet in there. We still got 5 stars, but probably could have had the toilet in there and then sold this stuff. So there's a few things we failed to finish up on, guys, but yeah, it's been like 40 minutes. The game's lagging like crazy. I'm not sure what's going on there. I hope you guys enjoyed it, despite the lag and stuff at the end, despite the music seeming to get louder and louder as the video progressed. Kind of a basic game, but you know, still a little bit fun. Probably something I might do like one more video on or something, maybe 2 at a stretch, but who knows. Let me know what you guys thought though, and I guess we'll base it off that. If you guys like it, or if you guys like it, we'll do some more of this. Alright guys, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.